presentation of BFA Sports.
There will be no powers in negotiations for access to the opposing players and coaches. This includes morning, games, parades, and home.
This year, and it's our last stream, but it's the first round of the Camden County tournament, as Camden got a bye in the preliminary round. They're the number 2 seed in this Camden County tournament. Paulsboro, today's opponent, the Red Raiders, come to town from the Colonial Conference, getting a 56-55 win over Cherry Hill West on Saturday to advance here. They're the number 16 seed. Camden, pardon me, they're the number 18 seed. Camden, the number 2 seed. So Cherry Hill West was the 15 seed. Paulsboro got the upset in that win. So that's where we stand today. So this is the first, quote-unquote, first round after the preliminary round. The quarterfinals will be played on Thursday night here, and we'll fill you in on more of that as we go along. And then the semifinals and finals are going to be Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Let's go to our public address announcer and our anthem.
Game Changer is the #1 youth sports app for coaches, fans, and athletes. With easy-to-use features like team messaging and scheduling, scorekeeping, and live streaming, it's the one-tap app to take your season to the next level. Stay organized with Game Changer's free team management tools. Coaches and team staff can add schedules and set event locations, while fans can sync events to their personal calendars. Plus, enhanced messaging and alerts, photo and video sharing, and RSVP features keep everyone who needs to know in the know. Using just a smartphone or external camera, any coach, parent, or manager can set up an amazing live video stream of every game for family and fans who can't be there in person, no matter where they are, so they never have to miss a moment. After the game, coaches and subscribers can review game film in the app at any time with archived full event videos and highlight clips. With simple and intuitive digital scorekeeping, any member of your team community can keep score of every game. And when you stream and score, an on-screen scoreboard allows everyone to keep up with the action in real time. Make this season one to remember with Game Changer. Stream, score, connect.
And now, the starting lineups for the Red Raiders of Paulsboro High School. Number 2, senior Malachi McKenzie. We have number 3, he's a junior, Jeremiah Carr. Number 11, the junior, Jakai Bennett. Number 12, senior, Jamal Robinson. And number 14, junior, Jeff Taylor. The Red Raiders are head coach, Darius Garquago. And now, your Camden High School Panthers. Number 23, Andre Robinson. Number 2, Jaden Dock. Number 1, Alex Pace. Number 11, Tyree Thorpe. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 12, Keyshawn Franklin. The Panthers are coached by Coach Jason Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, the three gentlemen in charge of receivers contest, Mr. Andrew, Randy Bennett, and Kurt Steele.
Paulsboro participating in the Camden County tournament. You might say, well, they're from Gloucester County, but they do integrate some teams from the Colonial Conference into this. So Paulsboro made its way in. Franklin's three is no good. Robinson can't get the putback, and Paulsboro will take it the other way. Three on the way. That's going to not roll in. I thought it was going to hit the front of the rim and plop in. Pace with the rebound. Jeff Taylor's three was no good there. Here's Pace, a floater from the elbow is up and good. Alex Pace, the leading scorer on this Camden High team at 22.5 points per game. Scored his 1,000th career high school point last week against Eastside. A week ago today, actually, had 9 points in that Camden win. Another thriller between Camden and Eastside. Shot up and no good for McKenzie. Offensive rebound for Paulsboro, though, pulled down by Bennett. The junior has it now. Actually, pardon me, that's Jamal Robinson who had the ball, number 12 there. Here's Taylor. Taylor's shot partially blocked. The rebound is loose. Saved back into Paulsboro. Trying to make some room in there, but then Pace came from out of bounds and caught it. Didn't establish himself in the court of play. So it'll be Paulsboro ball on the baseline. There's Coach Jason Harrigan. Again, I mentioned in his first season here at Camden, of course, took over for Malik Waynes, who led, of course, Camden to a 2024 state title a couple years ago. Harrigan was the head coach at St. Joe's Prep in Philly before coming here as the head coach, but he also was an assistant coach here under both Vic Karstarfin and Rick Brunson. Here's Malachi McKenzie. Floater is no good. The rebound bounced, landed in the hands of Tyree Thorpe. Franklin will release and score the layup. Camden with a 4-0 quick lead. And that's what Coach Harrigan was saying before the game. You know, these guys, we want to get a quick start today and really show some dominance. We got a foul in the paint, push in the back. I think they're going to get Jaden Doctor with the push. Let's see who that's on. Yes, it is Doctor, his first. That's the first team foul for either side in this one, as we're just about 2 minutes into action. This will be our last Camden High School boys basketball game here on the live stream on BFA Sports. Near turnover. Pace had it bounce off his foot, though, so it'll remain with Paulsboro. This will be our last game streaming here on BFA for Camden High School. I want to thank Athletic Director Tim Jenkins for all his help throughout the season, as well as head coach Jason Harrigan for all of his insight. Steal for Camden as Franklin knocks it away. Doctor picks it up. Pace has it. He'll pull up for three. That is going to rim out. Franklin goes high for the rebound, leaves it for Robinson. Baseline has it swiped, then out of bounds. It'll be Camden ball on the baseline. Our officials today, you see underneath the basket is Kurt Still. Not pictured is Randy Bennett. And out at midcourt is Ed DeAndrea. Here's Pace, another three on the way. This one is good. He's got 5 early. And it's a 7-0 Camden advantage. Double team. Pace kicked it. It'll go out of bounds off the scorer's table, directly across from our seat here at midcourt. 5:29 left to go here in quarter number 1. Camden has built a 7-0 lead. Alex Pace with 5 of those 7. McKenzie to the hoop. He's fouled as Robinson got him with the body. McKenzie couldn't get the finish, but he will shoot 2. Malachi McKenzie has led the way for Paulsboro this season.
Mr.
476 points for McKenzie this year in 22 games. McKenzie makes the first. He will have another. McKenzie averaging 21.6 points per game. Gets 1 out of 2, but gets his team on the scoreboard. Steal. Here's Paulsboro the other way. McKenzie looking for more. He finishes and scores. He's got all 3 of Paulsboro's points here in the early going. And it's a 7-3 advantage for the Panthers. Thorpe into the paint, but he traveled. Tyree Thorpe, a sophomore, who's kind of been feeling his way out this year, but, you know, he's been really good for Coach Jason Harrigan and talking to him before the game about, you know, some of these guys. And Thorpe has just been laser focused. He said he's probably their best defensive player out there. He plays some intense basketball on the defensive end. And I think given that he's in the starting lineup today, Mekhi Hart, by the way, sick. He typically would be starting, so I think Thorpe got the starting nod for Hart today. But Thorpe's been very good when he's been in there. And in instances where Alex Pace was injured, as Drayden Garner comes in and gets a finish, he's got 2. But in games in which there were 2 games during a holiday tournament in which Alex Pace rolled his ankle, so he got hurt against Salesianum on December 27th. Scramble at the top of the key, and we've got a timeout for Paulsboro. Darius Quarles is going to take a full timeout to talk things over. So we'll continue to set the stage here for you here on BFA Sports. Again, Camden leading 9-3. But for Tyree Thorpe, there were a couple of games there where Alex Pace was injured in the early going of the season. Again, rolled his ankle against Salesianum back on in December, an early season game. And Thorpe kind of jumped in there and got a ton of playing time in those particular 2 games. And he shot 26 free throws over the 2 games in which Pace was out. He went 7 for 11 and 8 for 15, respectively, on December 27th and 28th with Pace out. That was against Salesianum and then Rutgers Prep at the Pete and Jameer Nelson Classic. Camden lost both of those games, both by 12 points, but I think Thorpe got some good experience there. Just a sophomore, but you saw that he's been able to figure out how to get to the line and how to defend. And I think he's going to be an asset for this team as they're going to try and make a deep postseason run. So Paulsboro with the ball after the timeout. Thorpe guarding Malachi McKenzie. Now Thorpe's going to be whistled for the foul on the push. That's the 3rd team foul against Camden. So Thorpe with 1, Doctor with 1, and Robinson with 1 here in the early going. We're less than halfway through quarter number 1. Team fouls 3-0 all on Camden. Paulsboro gets it in. McKenzie trying to go baseline. Now we'll go bring to the top of the key. Jeff Taylor falling and firing. Can't get the shot to fall. Doctor with a great box out. Had the rebound actually come down and land on the floor. Pace with it in the corner. Now Doctor will catch and shoot for 3. And that rattles its way in. Jaden Doctor, he's been another valuable role player for this team. He came in today with 150 total points, 8.3 per game. Pace and Thorpe tag team to get the steal. Pace with the finish. He's got 7, half of Camden's 14, as they're up 14-3. Jeremiah Carr with it. He'll hand it off to McKenzie. McKenzie pulls up and shoots. Got it. Malachi McKenzie with 5 here in the first. All 5 Paulsboro's points. Pace. Shot does not go, but he will shoot 2 free throws for Alex Pace. The foul's going to be called on Jeremiah Carr, number 3. That's his first. That's the first of the day against the Red Raiders. Paulsboro, by the way, comes in 11-11 overall. They were 4-6 during Colonial Conference Liberty Division play. And they're 6-5 on the road this year. Pace makes the first. He comes in an 81% free throw shooter. Had 34 points and shot 5 for 5 at the line in Camden's loss last Thursday against Burlington Township. Pace knew that shot was going to miss, tried to go get the rebound, but his teammate Garner collected it. Franklin for 3, that's good. Keyshawn Franklin has 5, and it's an 18-5 Camden advantage. Thorpe and Doctor double team. Doctor with the steal. He will take it himself and jam with the right hand. Doctor with 5. And it's a 20-5 advantage. This is LaShawn Clay, number 5, who just checked in. Joined by Amori Herbert Roberts, number 24, who had the catch there and then gets fouled. I think they're going to get Thorpe for his second. Yes, they do. 2 fouls on Tyree Thorpe. Some more subs coming into the game as Malachi McKenzie checks back in. He's got a quick rest and jumps back in there among the subs. Jamal Robinson in there as well, number 12, back on the floor. McKenzie, joined by Carr, who will pass it in. Clay and Ja'Kai Bennett out there as well for Paulsboro. It's Dr. Oz Pagan is checked in, number 0 for Camden. 3 on the way is up and good. LaShawn Clay, so he's the first person other than Malachi McKenzie to score. And it's a 20-8 Camden advantage. Franklin with the pass from Pace. Pace calling for it from Doctor. Wide open top of the key. They left him open. And he will shoot that, and he will make that. Alex Pace, his second 3 of the game. He's got 11 here in the early going. 2 minutes left in quarter number 1. Malachi McKenzie against Doctor. Ran into some traffic. Oh, good pass underneath, but an even better block by Franklin. They're going to get a push. I think they're going to call Franklin on the foul. But I think really it was Pagan who got the foul, but they're going to call it against Franklin. That'll be his first. That's 5 team fouls against Camden. And you'll have Jamal Robinson shooting 2. Leaves the first a little bit short. Robinson this season, 12 for 26 at the line, so a tick below 50% for him this season. Second can't fall either. Franklin had the rebound, but it was swatted away, and they're going to say he touched it last. It's going to be off of Franklin. So it will be Paulsboro ball on the baseline. They're down by 15 here as we are just under 2 minutes left to play in quarter number 1. Bennett will leave it for Clay. Clay for 3 again. A little heavy. Strong rebound by Andre Robinson, who checks in for Franklin. Here's Oz Pagan. Left-handed shot does not go. Actually, Robinson checked in for Doctor. Pagan with the steal, and he's fouled. Azir Pagan with the bucket, and he will shoot 1 free throw. That's the second personal on Jeremiah Carr and the second team foul for Paulsboro. Pagan will look for the 3-point play here. It's Camden rolling with 25 points already here in quarter number 1. Still 95 seconds left to play. Pagan's free throw is up and good as he gets the roll. So he's got 3. Pagan now 5 for 9 from the line this season. Paulsboro trying to bring up the floor. Malachi McKenzie against Pace with some speed. Now pulls up for 3. Missed it heavy. Rebound. They're going to get a foul against Paulsboro. That's going to be Jamal Robinson over the back. That'll be his first. That's the team's 3rd foul here in quarter number 1. Robinson will inbound it, and he'll send it half the distance of the court to Pace, who listens back to head coach Jason Harrigan for the play call. Here's Robinson. Franklin coming off the screen around the top. Pace now shooting for 3. Got it. Alex Pace is heating up. 3 threes here in the quarter. He's got 14. 29-8 Camden advantage here over Paulsboro. First round Camden County tournament. Glad you're with us on BFA Sports. Clay picked up his dribble in the corner looking for some help. McKenzie goes up. Looked like he got whacked on the arm. No call. He didn't argue, however, as Garner went for the block. Pace now will shoot. Shot no good. Garner battles, pushes the rebound out to Pagan, and the foul's going to be against Paulsboro. So we should have Pagan shooting here on the bonus. That was the fourth foul, pardon me, on them, on Paulsboro. But Robinson gets the easy putback. 31-8, Camden in the lead. Pull-up 2 is off the mark for Clay. Pace releases, gets the outlet, Euro step in the paint, falls and scores. Alex Pace having a quarter. He's got 16. Clock winding down, 6-5. The three-pointer bounces off the rim and then hits the support belt that pulls that basket up and down. And with 4.8 seconds left to go, it'll be Camden ball. Pace will let it bounce across half court. He'll make the catch. He will try and pull up. Do they have enough time to get the shot off? Robinson does, but it's heavy. No good. But Camden, after one, leading it by the score of 33-8. A huge first quarter for the Panthers. We will step away and come back with second quarter action. After this, you're watching Camden High School basketball on BFA Sports.
In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do it for them. Beating the buzzer, setting a screen, creating the comeback. Always keeping score. Play by play, season by season, year after year. And no matter where our seats are, we're always here with you. Because this isn't labor, it's love.
Camden cheerleaders on the floor here on DeJuan Wagner Court as we're ready to go for quarter number 2. It'll be Paulsboro basketball to start quarter number 2, trailing again by 25, 33-8, an explosive quarter from Camden. Perhaps one of the most explosive quarters they've had all season, quite frankly. This has been a huge, huge first quarter outburst for the High, no doubt. Malachi McKenzie with 5 of Paulsboro's 8 in the first quarter, wearing number 2 in white. This is LaShawn Clay. He pulls up for 3. That's heavy. Franklin with the rebound. Quick outlet. Here's Pagan behind the back, getting into the paint. Does this very well. Left hand, can't get it to fall. Franklin with the rebound. Fall away jumper. That falls out. Another rebound on the offensive glass. It's Garner with it, and Drayton Garner will shoot 2. I think the foul was on Kersey, his first, Paulsboro's first of the quarter. Drayton Garner knocks down the first. Shooting 52.2% at the line this season. 12 of 23 coming into that one. Now 13 of 24, and he'll have another as he gives Camden now a 34-8 lead. Missed a second. Garner now with 72 total points in the season, averaging 3.9 points per game. McKenzie and Taylor play catch with it out front. Now a little bounce pass into the paint, slapped away. Now knocked away again by Garner. Pace scoops up the loose ball. And Camden will go in transition. Pace is going to get called for the offensive foul. First foul on Alex Pace. McKenzie got himself in the right spot to take that charge. And we'll get a sub here as Davon Kersey will check out. Jeremiah Carr will come back in. Actually, Jeremiah Carr will come in for Ja'Kai Bennett. Bennett, number 11, will take a seat there with head coach Darius Quarles. Again, told you Darius Quarles played at Paulsboro, graduated in 2010, went on to play at St. Joe's in Philadelphia. Elbow jumper, no good. Kersey couldn't get it to fall. Here comes Pace on the run. Pace looking for some help. Doctor will step into it. Was going to take the 3, now a Euro step, and then gets yanked. Tries to throw the shot up, and it went up and under through the hoop. No basket, but he will shoot 2. The foul's going to be on Carr. That's 3 on Jeremiah Carr. And you'll have Doctor shooting 2. Jaden Doctor already with 5 points. Shooting 70.7% from the line this season. In the last 9 games, Doctor has been really good in particular. 84 points, so he's averaging 9.3 points per game over that span. And he's been to the line 42 times in those 9 games, not counting that last shot there. And he's connected on 67% of those 42 in that time frame. Makes 1 of 2 there. So it's 36-8, Camden out front. Paulsboro, jumper from the corner, doesn't get the roll. We got a foul underneath. I believe it's going to stay here with Paulsboro basketball. I think they're going to get Robinson with the foul. We'll see. Yeah, second on Andre Robinson. Team second here in quarter number 2. Also just checking to the game for Camden. Belay with Scott, number 4. The junior forward, working on the corner there against Malachi McKenzie. Camden has gone to a zone here. Jeff Taylor has it knocked away. Pagan with it on the run, takes a look, goes with the left hand and scoops it up and in. Oz Pagan has 5 here in the early going. His career and season high 7 points earlier this year. And we've got a foul, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Tyree Thorpe. That's going to be his 3rd. So he's got 3 for Camden. Jeremiah Carr has 3 for Paulsboro. Each of them will find themselves a spot on the bench here. Actually, Carr is in there playing with 3 fouls. Taylor trying to drive, gets by. The shot no good. Offensive rebound though, and we had a box out underneath. Doctor was boxing out. He and Carr got tangled up. And they're going to say that Doctor hooked him back there. So the foul's going to be against Doctor. That's going to be his 2nd and the 4th team foul against Camden. So Paulsboro will inbound on the baseline. On a 5-second call. That one was a little bit of a maybe quick trigger on the baseline there, but 5-second call goes against Paulsboro, and it'll be Camden basketball. Doctor will bring it up. Camden leading 38-8. Paulsboro kind of extending the zone, going like with a 1-2-2. More of like an extended 3-2. Robinson says no problem. Feed it to me in the paint. Turnaround hook shot is good. Robinson 4 points in Camden's last game on February 12th against Burlington Township. That loss as McKenzie's floater no good, but he's fouled. It's going to be on Oz Pagan. That will be his 1st. The senior guard picks up foul number 1, and McKenzie will shoot 2. 5 team fouls against Camden already. Not even 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter. McKenzie misses the 1st. He's got 5 of Paulsboro's 8. McKenzie gets to the line a ton. 148 for 254 coming into today. That's his 4th free throw here of the game. 2 for 4. He's got 6 of Paulsboro's 9 points. He and LaShawn Clay, the only Red Raiders to score so far. Doctor picks up his dribble. Gets it to Kenneth Chambers, the senior who has checked into the game. He had a 3-pointer on senior day against Eastside last Tuesday, and he'll gun one up here, and that's good. Kenneth Chambers looks up at the roof after making that shot. So Chambers another 3. Here's a 3 the other way from Paulsboro. That's good. Jeff Taylor, his first 3 of the game. 43-12 is the Camden advantage. Pagan tried to get it to Scott, cutting to the high post, but we've got a kick ball, as I think Taylor got a foot out on it. And Alex Pace will return, taking Pagan's spot. Doctor to inbound. Over here to the left of our broadcast position here at midcourt. Robinson with the catch. Swings it to Pace. Paulsboro will extend the defense out against Pace. Little screen from Robinson. Pace says no problem. That's his 4th 3 of the game. That's going to lead to a timeout for Paulsboro. Timeout for Darius Quarles and the Paulsboro Red Raiders as it's Camden 46. Paulsboro 12. 30-second timeout for Paulsboro here. So 46-12 your score. Alex Pace, 4 threes already. He's got 19 of Camden's 46, and Pace has been so good this season. Has 450 of the team's points this year, 450 of Camden's 1,426 points. That accounts for about 32% of the team's offensive output this year. So Pace has been really good. I told you he scored his 1,000th career point against Eastside a week ago today. And he came into today with 450 points this season. He's also made 49 of the team's 118 three-pointers coming into today. He's got 4 more now today, so he's got 53 three-pointers. And the team has made 5 today, so he's got 4 of them. Paulsboro inside out. McKenzie's 3 is off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Robinson, good box out. It was deflected out of bounds. Ja'Kai Bennett was working against Robinson, who had the box out there. Carr is going to come back in with those 3 fouls here midway through quarter number 2. Checking out will be Jeff Taylor, who just knocked down a 3 a few moments ago. McKenzie triggering the inbounds against this Camden zone. Looking for some help. They get it into Carr. Back to McKenzie, who's double-teamed. Carr's open at the top of the key. Kicks it out. Now back to Carr, who collects, drives, misses. Rebound collected by Robinson as he's falling out of bounds. Doctor on the run. Jaden Doctor into the paint. Kicks it out. Chambers thought about 3. Now Pace fires for 3. Scott with the offensive rebound to Chambers outside. Doctor back to Chambers. Chambers trying to decide what to do with it. Gets it to Robinson. Robinson will drive into the paint. Kick it out. Corner 3. Scott. That's good. Belay with Scott knocks down a 3. He's averaging 2.9 points per game in the games he's played this year. That's 38 total points for him this season. 3 today. And it's a Camden 49-12 advantage. And we've got a whistle. And it looks like 3 seconds to call. They're going to say Ja'Kai Bennett didn't leave the lane. So it'll be Camden basketball. Panthers up 37 here. And we're still 3:30 left to go in quarter number 2. Robinson, he drives. Can't get the layup, but we'll have a foul, and Robinson will shoot 2. The foul's going to be on Davon Kersey, number 4. That's his second. Robinson started the season with what has been his season and career high, 21 points, when Camden beat Winslow in the opener, 82-53. Franklin checks in for Doctor. Robinson will have another. So that one's good, and it's 50-12 Camden out front. Again, Paulsboro with a tough preliminary round game. They won by 1 point against Cherry Hill West, and a travel's called against Davon Kersey. So another turnover for Paulsboro. And Camden will have the ball. And this is, according to head coach Darius Quarles from Paulsboro, he was talking about what this game means for his team. It's more of a, I mean, you come into Camden's house, right? You know the deck's stacked against you already when you're playing against Camden. They're so good this year. And he just wanted to see his team get some experience in this kind of environment because they're going to have to go on the road when the tournament, the state tournament starts. As Paulsboro got the number 9 seed, they're going to have to play at at Woodstown a week from today, Tuesday, February 25th. So he thought this was a good way to kind of get an introduction to tournament play by getting a chance to play here against Camden. And they certainly are getting a rude welcome to the Camden tournament, Camden County tournament. Pace will bring it out, guarded by Kersey. Gets by to the corner. Jumper is good. Pace looking really comfortable today. He's got another bucket. This one from the corner. Malachi McKenzie's pass leads to an easy bucket. This Carr scores for the first time tonight. Pace again the other way. And it's 54-14. Camden up by 40. Pace almost got a steal on McKenzie, who pulls up at the free throw line and knocks it down. McKenzie's got 8. Trap in the corner. Oh, and a foul. That's going to be the 4th foul against Jeremiah Carr, the junior. Well, they didn't call a foul, actually. They're going to say out of bounds. So it's not the 4th foul. He still has 3. Corner ball for 3 is no good. Scott gets tripped up trying to get the offensive rebound. No call. Here comes McKenzie the other way. He pulls up against the double team and scores. McKenzie can score in a hurry. He's got 10. And it's 54-18. Paulsboro trying to put some pressure on, create some havoc. Franklin is fouled. That's going to be on the floor. And it's going to be McKenzie who picks up the foul. That's his first. That's the 4th team foul against Paulsboro. So Camden to inbound on the baseline. Pace with it. Gets it into Chambers. Chambers for 3. That one was close. Rolled out. Franklin couldn't get the tip in. Paulsboro clears the rebound as Robinson got it. McKenzie's 3 ball off the mark as that one missed to the left. So Camden will take over. 92 seconds left to go here in the first half. Pace sees the double team, then pulls away from it. Gets it to Chambers. Chambers to Garner. Pace will pull up. Skip the pass cross court. Chambers with the ball fake. Gets it to Franklin, top of the key. Back to Chambers. Thought about 3. Now in the corner. That's a 3. Scott can't get it. Rebound pulled down by Kersey. Kersey hands off to McKenzie. McKenzie against Pace. The 2 top scorers for each of these 2 teams. Going head-to-head there. Kersey trying to penetrate. Then McKenzie will, and he draws 3 players, which leaves Kersey wide open. He can't get the shot to fall. Garner tries to grab the rebound. Couldn't. It went off Paulsboro and out of bounds. I think it was last touched by Jamal Robinson, number 12. So Camden with the ball and the lead here with 51 seconds left to go. Pace over the timeline, loops it in. Scott bodies up and scores. Belay with Scott has 5. Had 10 points in the season opener for this team. McKenzie, turnaround jumper, no good. Franklin with the board. Franklin on the run. Franklin to Chambers. Back to Franklin in the paint, layup. Spills out. Franklin couldn't get the offensive rebound. McKenzie on the run instead. Going 1-on-2 down the lane, score it, and he will shoot a free throw. McKenzie with the bucket and will shoot 1. The foul is going to be against Alex Pace. It's going to be his second. And McKenzie, 2 for 4 at the line today. We'll have another here. McKenzie couldn't get that to drop. Franklin grabs the rebound just in front of McKenzie, and then McKenzie's going to get called for the foul, trying to win that offensive board. That'll be his second. Coach Quarles shakes his star player's hand, says, hey, great hustle. I like what I'm seeing. Keep it up. It'll be Franklin shooting 2 for Camden. Franklin with 5 today. Comes in a 77.8% free throw shooter. 28 for 36 at the line this season. Misses his first. Franklin, 200 points exactly this season before today. Now 205 with the 5 today, and make it 200. Leave it at 205. That one spills out. So he's 0 for 2 at the line. Camden still holding a 36-point edge here as time winds down in quarter number 2. McKenzie trying to find some open space, fires the three, can't get it. Will Camden get a shot off? Chambers is going to think about it, but no. And time will expire here in the first half. But what a half it has been for Camden. If they have scored 56 points here in the first half to go on a huge run, lead it 56-20. And when you look at some scores for Camden this year, their last couple games, 75-63, but a few games before that, I mean, they scored 53 points against East St. Louis. They scored 40 against Paul VI. They scored 61 against Eastern and 56 against Camden Catholic. So they've scored as many points in this first half as they've scored in some full games this season. So Camden off to a great start in this one here in the first round of the Camden County Tournament. Let's take a quick peek at the Camden County Tournament, let you know what's going on in that before we step away here at halftime. So preliminary round of the Camden County Tournament, you had Paul VI, the number 1 seed. You had Camden, the number 2 seed. They both got byes. The number 4 seed, the number 3 seed Eastern and the number 4 seed Camden Catholic also with byes in that one, as well as the number 5 seed Haddonfield. So all those squads with byes. So when we'll look specifically at the bottom part of the bracket where Camden is. So again, Paulsboro, by virtue of their 56-55 win over Cherry Hill West on Saturday, was able to advance to this matchup against Camden. So that's what we got there. And then the winner of this one, which, I mean, at this point, Camden's up 56-20, so they're already probably looking ahead. And they're going to play the winner of Gloucester at Haddon Township. That's an interesting game because it's the third matchup of those two Colonial Conference Patriot Division teams. Both of those teams, 9-1, tied for the division lead in the Patriot this season. Haddon Township 20-5, Gloucester 19-6. They split their meetings with each other. So this is the third meeting between Gloucester and Haddon Township. The interesting thing, too, each team won on the other team's home court. So tonight's game, if you're, feel like trends teach you anything, this game's at Haddon Township. So does that favor Gloucester? Who knows? But we'll see. That game started at 5 o'clock. So see what we can do about it at halftime, getting you an update on that one as well. So Camden, should they win this one and hold on and win, they will play the winner of that game in the quarterfinals. The other quarterfinal, the other games being played tonight here in the first round, Kip, the 11 seed, that's Kip, Cooper, Norcross Academy. They beat Lindenwold in the preliminary round, 62-42. They're going to play. They're playing Bishop Eustace tonight. Also, a game that started at 6 p.m. Bishop Eustace beat Camden Prep, 66-27 in the preliminary round. Then you've got Woodbury, the 14 seed, beat Camden Tech 81-46 in that one. So Woodbury is traveling to Eastern. That game of 5:30 tonight. So that game underway as well. So Woodbury and Eastern in that matchup. So if you're looking at the bracket, what shapes up for maybe the quarterfinals and semifinals. So if Camden advances, they go to the quarterfinals. They'll play the winner of Haddon Township Gloucester, and then you're looking at maybe Eastern Bishop Eustace winner would be the opponent for Camden in the semifinals, and that would be on Saturday the 21st. And then in the other top half of the bracket, the teams remaining are Camden Catholic, which advanced with they had the bye in the first round, then they beat Haddon Heights in the they had a bye in the preliminary round, then beat Haddon Heights in the first round, 57-43 on Monday, and then so that puts Camden Catholic into the quarterfinals. They'll play the winner of Mastery Camden and Haddonfield. Those two teams playing tonight at Haddonfield High School. Mastery beat Sterling 57-44. Haddonfield had that bye, so Camden Catholic will await the winner of that one. And then you've got Winslow and Eastside playing at 5 p.m. tonight at Eastside. That should be a good one. Winslow won 70-47 against Collingswood on Saturday. Eastside beat Gateway 66-21. So a couple of easy games for those two teams. And then Paul VI, the first seed in the in the Camden County Tournament, got the bye. They're the defending champs as well. And they are playing tonight at 7 p.m. against the 16 seed Audubon. Audubon beat Leap Academy 54-49. So you've got Audubon. You got Paul VI, then the winner of the Winslow will play the winner of the Winslow Eastside game. I'm assuming Paul VI beats Audubon. And then that's how kind of things are shaking out. So you'll have the quarterfinals are going to be played at two neutral sites. Collingswood will host 2 games. Haddon Heights will host 2 games. I haven't heard which part of the bracket is playing where yet. Then on Saturday, the semifinals are being played at Paul VI. And then the final round will be played Sunday. The championship game will be at Rutgers Camden. So lots of action in the Camden County Tournament this week. You could play as many as 4 games this week to get to the championship game and Again, Paula 6, of course, and Camden High were the finalists last year. They are the top 2 seeds this year, looking to have the rematch. That would be the 3rd time those teams meet this season as well. So we wish Camden High School best of luck. Again, this will be our last Camden High broadcast or live stream here on BFA Sports of the season. So we'll see where they wind up. So follow Camden High School closely on social media and keep an eye on things in the local papers as well as the South Jersey Times, Courier Post, and they'll surely be covering all that stuff for you as well. So with that being said, we'll take a break. We'll step away. It's halftime here at Clarence Turner Gymnasium here at Camden High School, right on DeJuan Wagner Court. It's Camden 56, Paulsboro 20. Back with second half action in a few moments.
But now, yeah, make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey.
inside Clarence Turner Gymnasium at Camden High School. I am Mike Shute, and I appreciate you joining us for BFA Sports coverage of Camden High School basketball. Again, this is the finale for us this season, but Camden ideally with lots more games to play, as again, they're the number 2 seed in the South Jersey Group 2 tournament. They're the number 2 seed here in the Camden County tournament, playing here in the first round of the Camden County tournament. And a great first half, leading 56-20 over Paulsboro. Paulsboro with the ball to start here the second half. Little pump fake, shot no good. Rebound brought down by Thorpe in a crowd, looking for Pace. Pace with the catch along the baseline. Thought about shooting it, now back out to Thorpe. Thorpe to Doctor. Doctor to Thorpe, back to Pace in front of the Camden bench. Long three, a little heavy. Franklin goes straight up to get the rebound, but it's cleared away by Ja'Kai Bennett. Here's Jeff Taylor. Taylor leaving it for McKenzie. Stolen by Franklin, and the layup for Pace. Pace now with 25, and we've got a whistle. Paulsboro gets it in. Malachi McKenzie in some traffic. Baseline, Taylor. Taylor on the run. Intimidated by Robinson and floated that one long, but Taylor tracked down the loose ball. In the low post, it was Carr. McKenzie. Taylor with the baseline drive. Scores. Jeff Taylor has 5. He had 3 in the first half on a 3 ball. And Camden against the Paulsboro pressure. Robinson to Franklin in the corner. Pump fake, got his man in the air. Now they get it inside to Robinson, who turns around and scores. Andre Robinson. He's got 8. And it's 60-22 Camden. Jamal Robinson, 12 for Paulsboro. Leaves it for Taylor. Taylor trying to get by Pace on the baseline. Now we'll pull it back out. Camden going man defense. Thorpe stepping in. McKenzie, nice job to get loose, but couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound brought down by Franklin. Here's Robinson with his behind-the-back dribble. Now has it swiped. Carr will take it in, and he will score the layup. Jeremiah Carr playing with 3 fouls. He's got 5 points, and it's 60-24. Franklin catches. Good pass underneath. Doctor pump fakes once and drops it in. Jaden Doctor, who had a jam in the first half. He's got 7 points now. 62-24. Malachi McKenzie for 3. Give him 15. 62-27 is the score. Camden out front. Pace getting to the paint. Tries to spin it off the window. Couldn't get it. Taylor dribbling into some trouble. McKenzie, long 3, no good. Rebound's going to go off Franklin, and it will be Paulsboro ball on the baseline. Sub coming in, it'll be LaShawn Clay checking in. Jeff Taylor will take a seat. 62-27 your score. Here's McKenzie with the catch against Thorpe. Tyree Thorpe, number 11 for Camden. Now Thorpe switches, guards 11 for Paulsboro. Ja'Kai Bennett. Pace guarding Clay. Now McKenzie against Robinson. A little bit of a mismatch here. McKenzie, good quickness. Thought maybe he had the advantage. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Franklin with the rebound in traffic. Gets bumped. They're going to say no shots on the floor. The blocking foul is going to go against Jamal Robinson, number 12. That'll be his 2nd personal. And it'll be a baseline inbound for Camden. Pace to pull the trigger. Pace to Robinson. Now Pace back to Robinson. Cutting Franklin, gets in the paint. Now outside to Pace, draws some attention. Dribbles into some space, shoots the 3 and knocks it down. Pace now with 28. He's got 5 threes out of bounds. Last touched by LaShawn Clay. Another turnover for Paulsboro. By the way, clock is running here because Camden has an advantage of more than 30 points. So we have a running clock situation here in the second half. Pace to Thorpe. Thorpe's three. A little bit short, but the rebound comes long to Pace. Pace collects. Elbow jumper. Heavy. Rebounded by Bennett. Bennett gets it to Clay. Clay looking for some help. Now we'll pull it out, guarded by Doctor. Camden playing man defense. Doctor pokes it away, but it goes out of bounds. It will remain with Paulsboro. Doctor, aggressive defense. We've seen a lot of that from him this year. He and Thorpe really can ratchet up the defense for this Camden team. Not to say anything that the other guys don't, but it seems like they have an extra notch of intensity that they play with at the defensive end. And that was one thing that Coach Harrigan talked to me about Tyree Thorpe earlier in this one, since he was getting the start there. 3 balls up and good for LaShawn Clay. He's got 6 and a timeout for Paulsboro. A 30 for Darius Quarles. Quarles, the former Paulsboro player, just a star during his time with the Red Raiders. Graduated from Paulsboro in 2010. Went on to play at St. Joe's under Phil Martelli, and that's what Darius was telling me about, that he kind of has picked up a couple of coaching styles, right? He played under and coached for a time as an assistant at Paulsboro under Sean Collins. And Coach Collins, Sean was a big proponent of defense and really ratcheting things up on the defensive end. So that's kind of part of Darius's coaching influences. And of course, he said he learned a lot from Phil Martelli about keeping practices organized and being able to, run a team. Paulsboro called the timeout after the made basket, and then referees accidentally gave Paulsboro the ball after the timeout, and then they realized the mistake, and that's why the whistle. So Camden with the ball. Here's Robinson, top of the key. Franklin will bully his way into the paint. Can't get the layup to fall. Robinson tried to jam it. What a save from Pace. And Robinson with the putback. Robinson's got 10. And it's a 67-30 Camden advantage. Here's Clay against Pace. Clay uses the screen to get Pace away from him temporarily. Now McKenzie, baseline against Thorpe. And McKenzie hits the deck hard. Quarles not happy about that. So the foul is going to go against. Foul's going to go against Camden. Looked like he said that they were actually going to get Robinson for that. Andre Robinson, that's his 3rd. So we'll have 2 shots from Malachi McKenzie. Doctor has a cut, so Jaden Doctor's going to step off. And Drayden Garner will come in to take his place. The freshman who had 3 points in the first half. If Robinson gets in foul trouble in any game, Garner is going to be an important piece for this Camden team to come in off the bench and help create some physicality in the paint. McKenzie off on that free throw. He's now 2 for 6 today in this one. A 58.3% free throw shooter on the season. Knocks down the second. He's got 16 of Paulsboro's 31. And McKenzie, as I mentioned, gets to the free throw line a lot. 261 times this season, including the 7 today. Here's Garner back to Robinson. Robinson looking for some help. Gets it out to Franklin. Franklin double teamed. Here's Thorpe to Garner in the paint. Garner is tied up with Ja'Kai Bennett. It will be a jump ball. Possession will stay with Camden. As the clock, again, running clock here with the Camden advantage over 30. Robinson thought he was fouled. The shot missed. 12 seconds left to go here in the quarter. McKenzie has it stripped. Garner scoops it up. Pace on the run. Flies to the hoop and scores. Alex Pace will finish the quarter as McKenzie tried to get a buzzer beater from half court. Doesn't fall. Pace finishes the quarter putting up 7 points. That gives him 30 for the game. And Pace now with his 5th game with 30 or more points this season for Camden. As the high up 69-31 We'll head to the fourth quarter after this. You're watching Camden High School basketball on BFA Sports. Back here on Dewan Wagner Court, I am Mike Shute. Glad you're joining us for this season finale of Camden High School basketball. Not their season finale. Things are just starting to heat up for Camden here, but it's the last game we will be presenting here on BFA Sports, as the rest of Camden's games will either be away, not away, but neutral site games or state tournament games. So we will be wrapping up the season here with the final 8 minutes of this one. It's Camden leading 69-31. They led it 56-20 at the half. Paulsboro with an air ball at one end. Camden turns it over at the other. And we've got a foul on Oz Pagan. That'll be his second as he tried to steal the pass. And again, running clock here in New Jersey high school basketball when the lead is 30 or more, so the clock will continue to run as Paulsboro looks to get it in. McKenzie with the catch off the long lob from Carr. McKenzie against Thorpe. Thorpe, great defense again. He just gets himself in great position all the time. Shot is blocked, but Bennett couldn't get it to fall. Rebound brought down by Camden. Here's Pagan into the paint. Will kick it out. Three on the way. Chambers can't get it. Garner with the offensive rebound. That's the activeness Camden's going to need from Garner going forward here, as Pagan's three couldn't fall. And McKenzie against Thorpe. Looked like maybe he threw it away. He did. I thought maybe Thorpe knocked it away, but it's going to be out of bounds to Camden. Subs into the game. Belewa Scott in there for Camden. Thorpe, who did get the start today. The rest are all bench players in there now. Garner, Chambers wearing number 14 with the ball. Garner with it now. Top of the key wearing 15. Triple team. And then we had a whistle and a foul as Pagan had the catch there as Garner looked to the opposite side of the floor. But we've got a foul. And it'll be Camden ball on the baseline. That's Jeremiah Carr's fourth. Team first of this quarter. Each team with one foul in the quarter. 6 minutes left to go with the clock running. Thorpe catches, fires for three, misses. Scott with the rebound. Scott up and no good. Misses the layup opportunity, but he's fouled, and Scott will shoot two. Foul's going to be on number 11, Ja'Kai Bennett. That's his first. His second. And the second for the team here, again, with the clock running, 5:35 to go and counting as Scott steps to the line. Belewa Scott with 5 in the first half. Scott makes the first, so he's got 6. Had a 10-point game at Winslow to start the season, and then a 9-point game against Rutgers Prep in that holiday tournament. They were probably his two highest scoring games this season. And add this one in, he's got 7 here. And again, the clock runs as they announced with a 35-point lead or more. Camden now up by 40, 71-31 as Scott makes 2. 3 on the way, off. Clay couldn't get it. Scott pulls down the rebound. Camden players, starters getting some good rest here. Pagan drives, can't get it. Garner battled for the rebound. It's pulled away by Bennett. Here's Malachi McKenzie with 16. Can't get that one to fall. Garner with the rebound. Here's Thorpe. Thorpe for Chambers. Chambers on the baseline, has it tipped away. It'll remain with Camden as Jeremiah Carr got a piece of it. And full-scale subs coming in for Paulsboro. A whole line shift. As we'll get you the names of these players coming in. Nate LaCourte wears number 10. Number 24, Amari Herbert Roberts. Number 14, Jeff Taylor comes back in. He's a starter. Javon Kersey wearing number 4. And number 13, Jasir Johnson. So some guys getting some valuable time here. Scott couldn't get the scooping layup. Garner's fouled, though, on the putback. And Drayden Garner will shoot 2. Garner, 3 points today. But you see he's a force on the offensive glass. 1 for 2 at the line today. Now 1 for 3. He'll have another. He's 12 for 23 this season coming into today. So now 13 of 26. So shooting exactly 50%. Misses the second as well. So he'll remain with 3 points. The freshman. Here's Taylor. Taylor gets into the paint, but he's fouled by Chambers. Chambers will pick up his first, and coming off the bench for Camden is the guy who spent most of his time on the JV, number 30. We'll get his name for you in just a second. And we've got another foul underneath, as the free throw was no good. We'll have 2 shots here for Davon Kersey. Foul was Oz Pagan, his third. Team's third as well. Kersey makes the first. Number 30, Ja'Cory Pierre, a sophomore, came into the game for a second. Now he quickly checks out just as fast. Coach Harrigan pointing to the scorer's table to get him to go back into the game. We'll see what's going on there between he and AD Tim Jenkins. We'll have another free throw on the way. I think there was a lane violation. So Kersey made the first. Second is going to be heavy. Rebound brought down by Scott. Scott to Chambers. Chambers with the clock running, 1:40 and counting. Chambers to Thorpe. Thorpe will fire a 3. Bang. Tyree Thorpe knocks that one down. Thorpe, his first points of the game, puts Camden up 74-32. By the way, the other matchup, or the matchup that Camden's looking at in the Camden County tournament, as we got a loose ball collected and then bounces out of bounds. The Jeff Taylor's jumper hits the rim and bounces out of bounds. But as you look at the Camden County tournament, as we approach a minute left to go here in this one, Haddon Township has knocked off Gloucester in that one. And the final score was 56-20, Haddon Township. So it'll be Camden versus Haddon Township on Thursday. I'm not sure if that's going to be at Collingswood or Haddon Heights, but either way, it's not going to be here inside of Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Jumper for Jasir Johnson is good, 74-34. Chambers thought about 3. Now Garner will pull up for 3, heavy. Rebound bounces around. Pagan's going to battle for it. Chambers collects it. Number 14 for Camden in front of number 14, Taylor for Paulsboro. Chambers floats, can't get it. Rebound by Herbert Roberts. And Paulsboro with 6 seconds left to go will bring it across, and Taylor's just going to hold it for the last. Now a 3 ball on the way. Johnson, no good as time expires. That'll do it here as Camden advances with a first-round win here in the Camden County tournament. Camden wins it 74-34. We will take a moment, step away, get our stats and numbers together, and come back to wrap things up here from Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Once again, the final score, Camden 74, Paulsboro 34. Back with more after this on BFA.
Game Changer is the #1 youth sports app for coaches, fans, and athletes. With easy-to-use features like team messaging and scheduling, scorekeeping, and live streaming, it's the one-tap app to take your season to the next level. Stay organized with Game Changer's free team management tools. Coaches and team staff can add schedules and set event locations, while fans can sync events to their personal calendars. Plus, enhanced messaging and alerts, photo and video sharing, and RSVP features keep everyone who needs to know in the know. Using just a smartphone or external camera, any coach, parent, or manager can set up an amazing live video stream of every game for family and fans who can't be there in person, no matter where they are, so they never have to miss a moment. After the game, coaches and subscribers can review game film in the app at any time with archived full event videos and highlight clips. With simple and intuitive digital scorekeeping, any member of your team community can keep score of every game. And when you stream and score, an on-screen scoreboard allows everyone to keep up with the action in real time. Make this season one to remember with Game Changer. Stream, score, connect.
Hi, everybody. Back here inside of Clarence Turner Gymnasium. I'm Mike Shute. You've been watching Camden High School boys basketball here on BFA Sports. Camden wins it by the final score, 74-34. They jumped out to a huge first half lead. 56-20 was the halftime score, and just cruise control the rest of the way for Camden High. But it was a huge game from Alex Pace as he scored 30 for Camden, and that was pretty much in 3 quarters. He didn't really play in the fourth quarter at all, as Pace was hitting shots from all over the place. Paulsboro had some moments as well, as that was a Jeff Taylor 3 you're getting a look at there. And there's a corner 3 ball. That was Chambers knocking down, or Scott, I guess, was knocking down the 3 there. So Camden with a barrage of 3s today, but it was Alex Pace with his 5th 30-point game, and there you see him scoring on a drive there. But the 5th 30-point game of the season for Alex Pace, and that really spurred Camden on to this victory. So for Pace, he's a senior this year. He's had a great season, and he's obviously going to be the guy to do the bulk of the scoring for this team. He can score from the outside, score from the inside, and really just is the kind of offensive piece that makes this thing go for Camden. But certainly plenty of great support on this team as well. You've got Keyshawn Franklin, who's a little quiet today, just 5 points, but he's been playing with that middle finger injury on his right hand, and that's starting to slowly get better. You saw him knock down a 3 today. He had a 3 in the last game as well, so he's getting better, and that's what they need him to improve. Elsewhere, Andre Robinson, a good force inside today, another double-figure game for him. He had 10 points. That was his 8th double-figure scoring game of the season, as he's now played in 16 games of Camden's 22. Also, getting on the board, Jaden Doctor, he had 7. Oz Pagan had 5. Tyree Thorpe with 3, Drayden Garner with 3, Balewa Scott 5 off the bench, and Kenneth Chambers with 3 as well for Camden. Again, they win at 74-34. So let's talk about what's next for Camden. First of all, let's talk about the Camden County Tournament. So Camden will play at a neutral site game on Thursday. They will be facing Haddon Township. Haddon Township with a big win, 59-20 tonight over Gloucester. So Haddon Township defends its home court, beats Gloucester. So it'll be Camden against Haddon Township among the quarterfinal games on Thursday night. So there'll be 2 sites Thursday night for quarterfinal contests in the Camden County Tournament. Camden Haddon Heights are assured of being in that already, and we know Camden Catholic has advanced to the quarterfinals as well. So that being said, the 2 sites are either Collingswood or Haddon Heights. I didn't see anything that told me that they've announced where the Camden game will be yet, but we'll try and see if maybe Mr. Jenkins is around. We can ask him before we leave. But nonetheless, it's Camden in the quarterfinals. They'll be playing against Haddon Township, and again, that game's Thursday night at either Haddon Heights or Collingswood. Beyond that, if Camden can pull out that victory, they will then move on to the semifinals. That will be Saturday, February 21st, and that will be at Paula VI High School, and the chance they will either face likely either Eastern or Bishop Eustis. If those 2 teams both win tonight, they will advance to their quarterfinal matchup. So it'll be one of those 2 teams, and then the final would be on Sunday, pardon me, the semifinals will be on Saturday, then the championship game Sunday. That would be at Rutgers Camden. And then, of course, that could be the third matchup, potentially, of Camden and Paul VI this year. So it would be, for Camden, a chance to avenge 2 earlier season losses to Paul VI. They lost at Paul VI 80-67 back on January 8th, and then fell here inside of Clarence Turner Gymnasium by the score of 46-40 in that one. That was a couple weeks ago on February 5th. So that's what we're looking at for the Camden County tournament. Now today, the seedings for the state tournament were announced. Camden, the number 2 seed in the South Jersey Group 2 tournament. The number 1 seed was Haddonfield, who just kind of edged above Camden here in this last week of the season. So Camden, the number 1 seed, they will play host to Cinnaminson. And for Camden and Cinnaminson, it'll be the 3rd time in the last 3 years that Camden and Cinnaminson will have met in the state Group 2 tournament, South Jersey Group 2 tournament. Camden won each of those 2 games the previous 2 meetings in 24 and 25. Those meetings previously were in the semifinal round. This time it's going to be in the first round of the sectional tournament. So that's who Camden will face. The rest of the bracket looks like this. So you got Haddonfield, the number 1 seed. They'll play host to Colonial Conference foe West Deptford in that one. That's the 116. Haddon Heights is the number 9 seed. They will travel to Cedar Creek for a matchup in the first round. That should be a tough matchup and a good one to see. Gloucester got the 5th seed. They will play host to Sterling. That is also going to be on Tuesday. All these games will be next Tuesday, a week from today. Then you've got Barnegat from Ocean County, I guess it is, and they will travel to Middle Township. So games will be next Tuesday, a week from today. Then you've got Barnegat from Ocean County, I guess it is, and they will travel to Middle Township. So they'll stay on the coast and travel there. The other couple of games left, Lower Cape May will play host to Pennsauken Tech, so a long ride for Pennsauken Tech, headed down to Lower Cape May for that one. Lower Cape May, the 3rd seed, Pennsauken Tech, the 14 seed. Overbrook, the 6th seed, will play host to Pleasantville in the first round, and you'll have Mastery Camden playing against Camden Eastside. That's Mastery Camden, the 10 seed, at Eastside, the 7th seed. So if Camden can win and Eastside can win, it'll be the 3rd time that Camden and Eastside will meet this season. So that is really something interesting to watch. If those 2 teams both win on a week from today, on Tuesday, February 24th, they will play Thursday, February 26th, here inside of Clarence Turner Gymnasium. As again, you have Camden, the 2 seed, would be facing off with number 7 Eastside. And those 2 teams had some great battles this year. The first one back on January 15th, Keyshawn Franklin and Alex Pace combined for 58 points in that one, as Camden won 65-63. So really, they did the bulk of the scoring in that one, Pace and Franklin. And then just a week or so ago, exactly a week ago, last Tuesday, Camden won another tight one, 63-59 here inside Clarence Turner Gymnasium. They played that here because Eastside was having some issues with their gym, and they've been playing in a middle school some of their games, so they want to have the bigger facility and be able to get a game in here inside of Clarence Turner Gymnasium. That, of course, was also senior night for Camden as well. Alex Pace scored his 1,000th career point in that game, 1,000th career high school point combined from his time in Georgia as well as up here. So that's kind of something to look forward to going forward. And I told you the number 1 seed in Group 2, Haddonfield. So certainly a lot of good basketball left for Camden High School, and a great start to the postseason tonight, as again they win this one by the score of 74-34, a 40-point victory for Camden High School. We want to thank everybody here at Camden High for their hospitality and their help all season long, including Athletic Director Tim Jenkins, Head Coach Jason Harrigan, and we want to wish the Panthers best of luck in both the remaining games in the Camden County tournament as well as the state tournament. And we'll see if they can add, state title, maybe number 14, and hang it up on the wall here. Of course, earlier this year, some great moments. They honored the 1986 Group 4 state champions and the number 1 team in the nation from that season. So it's all in all been a great season here at Camden High School. And again, we want to thank everybody here at Camden for their help. Once again, as well as we want to thank all of the guys on our crew, whether they're here tonight or they've been here in the past throughout the season. It's been a great ride and able to bring you all these home games here from Camden High School. Again, Camden with the win tonight improves to 8-3 here at home inside Clarence Turner Gymnasium, and they'll have a lot of home games left in the state tournament as the number 2 seed. So Once again, the final score tonight here in the first round of the Camden County Tournament, it's Camden 74, Paulsboro 34. And again, we thank everybody for watching BFA Sports and enjoying Camden High School basketball. My name is Mike Shute. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.